Sam Logue here for Green Blood Boxing. Absolutely delighted to be joined by the head man of Conlan Boxing, the newly formed Conlan Boxing, Jamie Conlan. Jamie, first of all, thanks very much for a bit of your time here. We're post-fight. Mick just came through in a very entertaining fight against TJ Doheny. First of all, your thoughts on the fight. Talk me through it.
I thought it was a world-class performance and exactly what Mick needed at this stage of his career. TJ, as we thought before, done exactly what we kind of expected and was the perfect opponent for Mick to become ready for a world title. He showed heart, he showed grit, and fair fucking played him because he was gone, I think, in the 5th round or the 6th round with the body shots, and then the big onslaught back, and he came back and he fought back hard. So yeah, listen, I scored it 10 rounds to 2 from Mick, 9 rounds to 2, 1 even. But and with the knockdown as well, listen, I thought ticked all the boxes. He fought outside, he fought orthodox, he fought southpaw, he fought inside. Thought the inside fighting was brilliant. Fought dirty, fought fucking, it was really, really good, really great fight, and just exactly what was needed at this stage of his career, and it shows that he's ready.
Definitely, very versatile performance is probably the one word that I would personally use. Where does he go from here for you? I mean, I was just asking him there. You know, for me personally, featherweight looks really good. I mean, featherweight, there obviously were some discrepancies around the weight, obviously the weigh-in, etc. Mick is obviously talking about going, he's still focused on 122, super bantamweight, wants to win a world title there, thinks he can do it. What are your thoughts on that? And then also the kind of blossoming featherweight division, especially in the UK and Ireland. You know, you've got Lee Wood just won the WBA title against Kanzu, what a win, and then you've got Jazza Dickens and Kid Galahad exactly fighting tomorrow night for the IBF title. So how do you see the whole landscape?
It's a fantastic position to be in that he's in. Not many fighters is able to fluctuate between the two weights, so he's highly ranked with both of them. The BA now will most likely mandate, well, they will mandate Mick and Lee Wood. Well, they were looking to do Mick and Kanzu because they thought they would have won. But I think there's a rematch there, and then they'll try and do Mick in the winner, and I'm assuming they'll do it for the super title as well. So it would make a lot of sense if they did. Leo Santa Cruz as well. An Irishman against Leo Santa Cruz. Frampton's already been there, so it's there's options all over.
What's your favourite option? What's your preference for Mick now?
Whatever is the quickest route to be a world champion. Okay. We'll sit down together. Everyone will sit down as a team. We'll get all the opinions in, and we'll make a decision. But the making of 124 was only because someone in the gym caught COVID, and they couldn't train for a few days, and they had to close the gym. And he was able to do a bit of training, but he wasn't able to do his proper training. And that's why when TJ was kicking off, I was didn't want to openly say at the workout or anything like, this is in your benefit here. He hasn't trained for 5 days, so. That was it. That was the reason to move from 122 to 124, and
okay, interesting.
It's still an option. 122 is still an option. I like both of them. I fancy his chances against Fulton. I fancy his chances against Lee Wood. I fancy his chances against Kid Galahad, Josh Warrington. He is the versatile boxer but he's so able to adapt.
Adaptable.
Yeah, so adaptable. During a fight, that kind of, no matter what you can do, he'll have an answer for it. Yeah. Josh Warrington is strong, comes forward, throws a lot of punches, but he'll have an answer for it. He's got great head movement. He's able to fight inside, able to judge distance, able to create distance, and he's able to fight you inside as well. So, like Kid Galahad and Jazza, both good, tricky. Kid Galahad's a switch hitter, Mick can switch as well. Jazz is a good southpaw, Mick can fight him southpaw or wrestlers. There's all different things. Stephen Fulton is really, really good, fights at a real high work rate, and Mick can showed again tonight that he can also match work rate. So he can dig it out, he can fight it. So it's a fantastic position to be in right now. And this is why this fight made for both guys at the start perfect sense. They were the perfect dance partners. We're coming out of this proving that Michael is ready for a world title. If TJ was to come out victorious, it was to prove that TJ is ready for a world title. So it's great matchup, and fair play to both of them.
Yeah, definitely a great matchup. Just one or two more, Jamie. Just quickly on the Fela itself, the show overall, and kind of what the Fela means to you guys. I mean, the show, first of all, was amazing. My first time here, the atmosphere was absolutely ecstatic, even from the early fights, you know. Really good support, especially around kind of Sean McComb's fights when you really started to get the crowd in. Yeah. Just talk me through the whole show and kind of your feelings on the whole thing and how it went.
Oh, listen, Eddie Hearn has his backyard, it's lovely and whatever. We have the Falls Park, it's basically our backyard.
Basically your backyard, right?
My mother lives 7 houses up, so it's it's basically our backyard. Yeah. We can put 8,000 people in our backyard, and we can create a night like this. So it's special to have this on your doorstep. Myself, I used to sneak into the field when I was a kid. Francis Black used to be playing. You know, we used to go down. Boys Home were actually playing one year, and we snuck into the Beachfront Leisure Centre. Stuff like that was, you know, we grew up with the field, and to be associated with it going forward and actually have them as a partner is it's pride, you know, because they see Michael as the representation for West Belfast. Yeah. And you go to yourself, that's a big commitment. You know what I mean? That's a big statement to make for one guy and to be at your brother. And it's, you know, they were fantastic in the build up to this. We just put on a show with 8,000 people in a pandemic during unprecedented times. No one else has done it. They'll do it after and it'll all be bigger and whatever you want, but we were the first to do it. We were the ones who set the stall out, and this is how you do it. And that's because Fela are, you know, they've got the resources, they've got the know-how, their knowledge on doing events and how we stage things is fantastic. And it was great to lean on them from time to time this week, because this week was insane. Even today we had a bloody thunderstorm at 3 o'clock.
The weather was unbelievable. For whoever maybe didn't see it earlier on, the weather was chaotic. Like the rain was crazy,
scary. And then even there, you're going to yourself, fuck me, what happens if it's...
Yeah.
So we met with Robert Smith, and we were discussing if the rain is really bad, just changing the running order, putting Mick and TJ on when we could get a slot, and instead of around the ring, because of the feet made it around the ring, made it all slippy. We had all different contingency plan in place, and that's the things people don't see behind the scenes, and everyone was working their best to get this event over the line, and phenomenal that it's been done.
My very last one for you, Jamie. Obviously, Conlan Boxing is quite a new company, if you like. Talk to me about the formation of Conlan Boxing, kind of where it came from, where it's born out of, and almost, not the purpose, but I suppose we're used to MTK being kind of the management. You obviously work for MTK. Why Conlan Boxing now, and kind of how has it come to be?
Listen, it was an idea for a while, and it's been growing. And I think you know, you look at Golden Boy Promotion and stuff. There is, you know, we have the ability, myself and stuff, from the experience that we have, but Michael generating people to come to it, we see it as something that we like to put our own stamp on things. Okay. That was where it started first and foremost. To actually have your own name on something, and like for this one, taking all the risks, the balls to the wall, like actually doing this, your event, the first event, is insane. Yeah. We didn't start small, we started very big. Yeah. How did it come to light? It was something that's been marinating over time and building, and then we just took a leap at the last second. Okay. It didn't have to be, but it was a big decision, and it's like just me and Mick. It's basically it.
Unreal. So, and it is really interesting.
Was he okay? Good man.
So, I suppose my question is, how does that affect the relationship with MTK as the management? You obviously are still working with MTK as well, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. And I don't mean to be putting you on the spot here. I do apologise if I am. But obviously we're very used to seeing that kind of the MTK logo, the MTK branding associated with Mick and with a lot of the guys, but we haven't seen it for this fight. So how does the relationship going forward now, how does that change or alter, or how does that all work its way in?
That will play it over time, and listen, we're looking to start something here, we're looking to build a hub here, and we're looking to work with everyone and anyone, and then, you know, relationship and communication will be key going forward, and it'll all play over time. We have a plan in place. Tonight was August 6th was our main plan. Once we get over that, we're going to sit down and we're going to put a real structure and a real plan on how we're going to go forward. I believe that we have both of us together can really do something. You know, we have Belfast locked down in terms of how to do things and work things, and the people on the ground, and you know, like it's like I'm excited for the future of it. I
Yeah.
don't really want to reveal everything, and
Yeah, absolutely, fair enough.
I'm holding my tongue on a lot of things, but over the next week or so, we'll try and put something out there or put a plan in place and let people know what's going on.
Excellent. Jamie Conlan, first of all, I just want to say congratulations on an amazing night. Amazing fights from top to bottom, and yeah, congratulations.
What was your fight at night?
My fight of the night, you know, it might have had to have been Tyrone McKenna. Yeah, I think as well, just because maybe Tyrone's performance as well. Yeah, what was your fight of the night? I mean, let's say aside from Mick, yeah?
Well, listen, Paddy McCrory probably for me, because
Yeah, fair enough. I might have
challenger.
to.
You know, he was a challenger. I don't think he was meant to win. Tyrone was the home favourite, and it was a vacant title, and it was thing, and we knew what we were going to get between two absolute warriors, and Tyrone Jose Felix Jr.
Yeah.
Paddy McCrory, the Russians jumped at it pretty quickly. I think they thought, why the fuck are you offering us this fight?
Yeah.
And said you were very silly. And he would have improved them all wrong. I'm just delighted for him, because it was an opportunity that I know how much it means to him.
Yeah.
You know, he has another baby on the way. This is big for him.
Absolutely, yeah. And the interesting thing about that fight as well was that Paddy actually, to me, he looked like he was in control in the fight from pretty much the start. Like the Russian Gorakov, right? I mean, he looked a good fighter, but he didn't look like the favourite to me. And all week I've been hearing, okay, this is a really dangerous fight for Paddy. Paddy looked like the main man in that fight.
I don't gamble, and I didn't look at the odds, but in my head, Paddy was the underdog. Paddy was definitely the underdog going in, like looking at the footage. And when I said to Paddy, listen, I can get you a WBA or WBC international silver belt, but it's against this Russian, and he's a fucking bit of a machine, you know. And I was expecting him to go, fuck that, but he jumped at it, fair play to him. And once he done that, see when someone commits like that and trusts the process, you know, you back him to the hilt.
100%, and your fighters definitely trust you, Jamie, but you're leading them in the right direction as far as I can see. Look, one more time, thank you so much, I really appreciate it.